Hi peeps, it's Tersse back in the old squat box once again. And I'm just here having a wee quick ramble about stuff. I've been watching, podcasts and stuff by some people, think atheists and, Matt Dillon, stuff like that, catching up, can't do a lot of catching up, But I was just thinking, I'm getting too old now to know anything, I'm sort of starting to realise that, I used to think I knew a lot, now I know nothing. The older I get, the less I know about anything. I used to think that, at least 50% of the stuff that I thought I knew, I thought I was certain was true, I thought was true. And now I've discovered as I get older that it was all bullshit. I've just not kept up with things, things change, the knowledge that we have gets better, and the knowledge we used to have is outdated, it just doesn't mean shit anymore. But I just don't have the time to catch up anymore. I don't think there's enough time to track down everything that I find out that I don't know anymore, and find out the new knowledge, there's just not enough fucking time in the day to recap on everything you ever thought you knew was true, and make sure that what you know is true is still true. If you understand what I'm saying. I mean, a lot of these words, people, they say, it takes more faith to be an atheist than it does to be religious, which is a lot of bullshit. It's just crap. No. It takes more fucking time to read shit so you know what you know is true than it does just to say, fuck it, I give up and I'm just going to believe in God. You know what I mean? That's much easier. You know what I mean? It's easier just to believe nothing. And, wear those fucking Bible fucking glasses, you know what I mean? Than it is to actually spend the time to read stuff, understand it, and know truth from fiction. To know substance from bullshit, it takes a lot of time, and the older you get, the less real time you've got, especially when you've got all this other shit you've got to do, you like music, you like dancing, you like fucking meeting people, you might like food, drink, it's like, you like movies, you like fucking podcasts, you like fucking YouTubing, you like fucking games, you know what I mean? There's just too much shit you want to do in the world. You just don't have the time as you get older to fucking keep up with everything. Which is why I love the idea of people who are specialists. And that's why I do love knowing specialists in areas that I'm interested in, so I can go to them. At least then I might not keep up with everything I want to keep up with, but I can basically, in short bursts of time, catch up with quite a lot. But I used to think I knew fucking loads when I was younger. I knew everything when I was young. When I was young, I knew everything. I knew better than anyone. I knew better than my parents. I knew better than the fucking, the politicians. I knew better than fucking, any. I knew better than anybody, and now I realise I don't know fucking shit. I don't know nothing. You know what I mean? It's all just fucking bits and pieces of, it's like having a 10,000 piece jigsaw puzzle, and I haven't even found all four corners yet. You know what I mean? Oh, but being religious is like, you've got a 10,000 piece jigsaw and it's still in a sealed plastic fucking packet, you know what I mean? You haven't even opened it yet, you know what I mean? That's being religious, you know what I mean? Because it takes too much thinking power, reasoning, rationalisation, thinking, oh, the devil, evil! evil, it's the devil, make you doubt, you know what I mean? It's like, but then again, if I turn around and say that, evolution is true, and here's the evidence, and you put it in front of, a religious person, they're going to doubt you, and they're going to doubt the evidence that you put in front of them. And yet in their Bible it tells you not to doubt. You know what I mean? It tells you not to doubt. Don't be a doubting Thomas. Don't doubt, Oh, it's funny as fuck, it's funny as fuck. Yeah, but they'll doubt you, they'll doubt everything you put in front of them, you know what I mean? Even though their God tells them not to doubt. Tell them to look into the sky, don't look down on earth, you know what I mean? trust the things you're told. Oh, well, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, no, evolution is true. Don't doubt me. It's against your God's fucking, holy book to doubt. It tells you in the holy book not to doubt. You know what I mean? Yeah, but they will turn and say, I suppose, well, it tells you to doubt everything except the Bible. Ah, fuck you. Yeah, don't be so fucking rational. Oh, sorry, you're not being rational, because that's the evil devil getting inside you. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, that's funny. It's funny. When you just get older and you think you know a lot, and then you find out how much you don't know, and how much you will never ever know. The amount of shit out there is to know about stuff, it is mind-boggling. It is absolutely mind-boggling. You know what I mean? You could almost think there's a conspiracy in the universe so that you can never know everything. You know what I mean? I mean, they don't give you enough time to learn everything. They don't give you any of the places to learn everything. And then you've got all these competing views on when you do discover something, I think something's true. Got all these doubting Thomases come in and say, well, what if, and what if this, and what if that, and can you prove it? Can you prove this idea wrong? I mean, as if that's a rational, reasonable point of view to have. Of course, they're not being rational and reasonable because they're not supposed to be. Being rational and reasonable is evil. That's the devil getting into you. That's putting doubt in your mind. Again, don't doubt. Don't doubt, just believe. You know what I mean? Well, I'm telling you evolution true. Believe me. You know what I mean? You shouldn't doubt me. You should just believe me and move on with your life, you know. So anyway, I think that was just about what I had to come on and say. But just find it so difficult at my age, even with access to the internet. It's so difficult to keep up with everything you thought you knew and understood is true, and you keep finding, well, that used to be true 10 years ago, but it's not true anymore because science has advanced since then, and we've now not just proved it so much as we've added knowledge and experience and understanding of what we thought we knew, and now how it relates to other things that we're now discovering we didn't know about, and therefore it's slightly changing. So there's tiny wee slight changes and things, but they're very important small slight changes, because they are the things that one lead us to have more fully fully understand the subject that you're talking about, or whatever you're studying. But these tiny changes, almost like evolution. Knowledge is like evolution. You're evolving. You're not just getting smarter and more knowledgeable. You're evolving into a higher mental state of understanding the reality of the world. It's an evolution. Tiny little changes add up to big changes, and you can actually see that happen from when you were a child to when you're my age, you know what I mean? And if you are lucky enough to have a child living in your home, and over the last 10 years you've seen them grow from being, unable to do anything but, burp and shit and piss, up to, walking and talking and asking questions, and then get that stage where they're reading books on their own, not you going to read it to them or buy it, they're picking their own books at the library or whatever, or downloading it onto their flat screen or whatever, the iPad or whatever, and you see the growth, that you see them changing and adjusting. This tiny wee incremental an evolution of intelligence, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing to see, man. The evolution of a mind, the formation of understanding, the grasp of knowledge, and then the use of it. And they will use it. They will come back at you, like I say, as we get older. We talk to, our kids or our nieces and nephews and that, and you'll say something, say, oh, that's not true. Scientists say this now, and you go, what? Well, yeah, when was the last time I read up on that subject? Yeah, and then you go and you check on it. You go, yeah, I'm behind the times. I've lost it. The kid knows better than me, So no wonder when I was a kid, I used to think that I knew everything, because you do get that sense within, I know everything. I know more than my uncle. I know more than my grand. I know more than my dad. And all that. And it's like, my mum or my auntie. It's like, yeah. And they get this ego in them. Oh, I know lots, but they don't know enough. don't know if anybody can ever know enough, but you know, they don't know enough, but they know enough to form that conclusion, you know what I mean, which is a wrong conclusion, but I think we all go through that stage of wrong conclusions as we grow up. And it's only when you get much older, it's only when you get to like, you know, your 40s, 50s, 60s, something, that you start with that, say, yeah, how wrong was I, and how wrong are they, but you can chuckle and laugh at it because it's an evolution. It's an evolution of the mind, of the spirit, you know what I mean, an evolution of the consciousness that you are. That's what you're going through. It's an evolutionary process, and it's little bits and pieces added on that build up to understanding, revelations, you know, which is a word that a lot of religious people use, but I use it in a different sense from revelation of, you know, getting true, you know, knowledge that's completely true and will forever be true. No, you get revelations through your life that you can have several revelations on the same subject, on the same ideas, you know what I mean, which change how you think about certain aspects of life, you know, and you evolve through your life. And as you get older, like me, you start to think, I just didn't get enough time. The 6 score and 10 isn't enough. And I'm glad to see that, you know, science is making some headway and extending the lifetimes of people so that they have enough time to extend their knowledge and push beyond the boundaries that my generation or my previous, you know, father, grandfather, great grandfather's generation had to understand the world, you know, and come to a more realistic understanding of reality. It's just so unfortunate for the amount of people there are that have these God glasses on that blink at them and filter out half of what they see, because it's disturbing for them, you know. Makes them doubt. But I mean, I would say to religious people, who's the most important person in the Bible? And for them it's probably God, or they might say Moses, or they might say Jesus, you know, there was somebody there, you know. The most important person in the Bible for me is Doubting Thomas. He was the only person who needed to be proven that the person he met was supposedly Jesus. Not only by seeing these wounds, but by putting his fingers into the wounds to make sure they were real. Pushing his fingers into this wound in his side to make sure it was really a wound. Doubting Thomas only believed after being delivered the proof. And of course the religious people will come on and say, well, God says, you know, it's nice now, Doubting Thomas, that you believe me now, you're being provided proof, but I think that, you know, the real people on earth, you know, who should be lauded are the people who believed without proof. And I think that is the most stupid face-palming fucking phrase in the Bible. Sorry, but it is, you know. For me, the most important person in the Bible is Doubting Thomas. Because I think he, if you think about it, he's the founding father of science, skepticism, and reasoning and rationality. To me, he is the founding father of that. And thank you, Roger, for putting at least one rational person in the whole fucking book of the Bible. You know what I mean? Thank God there's at least one fucking rational, reasonable person there, even if it's just a bullshit story, you know. So anyway, I think that's my video. Thanks very much for watching, peeps, and yeah, find your fucking bar, motherfuckers. Now I've got to go and get a drink. Cheers.